Hello and welcome.
Star Wars Thursday.
Wow, that was loud. Welcome to. I almost said welcome to Star Wars. All right, great. Night. Podcast changed. Now Star Wars. Sorry, Disney. No. Welcome to episode 8 of the Try Hard Entertainment Podcast. About what, 4 weeks in the making now?
This episode, yeah. There was moving involved.
Yeah.
And my kids ruined everything.
And then I had to set up everything, build my new desk, and set everything back up. And
had to get internet.
Yep.
So it's been a journey. But we're here.
And then scheduling conflicts with you.
And the good news is, nobody was begging for us to come back. So we had plenty of time.
And I don't know if I said it, but episode 8, yeah.
AJ's here. I asked Fran, because where I parked at, I was like, does AJ still stay with you guys? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, am I in his parking spot? Oh, no, you're fine. You'll probably be gone before he gets back.
Where'd you park?
Beside your vehicle.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it's the only open spot like in that area. So I was like, this has to be his spot.
Well, I mean, you've got the other side of us because we're parked right in front of each other, but then you've got also the rest of the driveway. I mean,
yeah, and I saw that little concrete patch that's kind of right there, in front of the asphalt area. But
I mean, it's plenty of parking. But
yeah, I'm driving my dad's truck because mine's in the shop, and my dad's got a really big truck because he's overcompensating. I made that same joke to Fran when I pulled up, but no, he's got a really, really big truck. So I thought that concrete patch just... I mean, I would have been in the grass. I don't know if that's an issue.
Not really. I mean, especially if it hadn't been raining.
But at least I'm not bumper to bumper with a car alongside the road. A very narrow road.
Yeah, like the old house.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out where to park. That was, yeah.
A nightmare. I'd park somewhere. No, you can't park there. That's their parking spot. Well, Jesus.
Yeah, that old house really, that sucked.
I mean, I didn't live at the house, but to me, that was far and away the worst part about it. There's just nowhere to park.
Yep. I mean, the best part was, I mean, it had a basement, which was where we always did the podcast at, and I streamed from. And the best part about that whole house was the backyard was fenced in, so with the dogs they could just run around freely. But parking sucked.
It'd be nice to have with my daughters. Just let them run around in the backyard while I take a nap.
I don't know about all that, but all right, y'all go outside and play. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Go outside, you 19-month-old girls.
They end up climbing up a tree and over the fence.
Oh
what the heck?
They probably would too.
How did you even... They're on the roof like Joe used to do as a kid. How did you manage?
Then he would jump off and live every time. I didn't get it. Dude never got hurt.
The shed, the rooftops.
Yep. That the house beside my grandma's old house, where the carport was, like you would jump off the back. It's easily like a 12 to 15 foot drop, and he would just jump off that thing all the time.
Didn't break a foot, ankle, toe.
Never. I never once in my life, like he would stand on the ledge and jump off and just hit the ground and tuck and roll. I would sit on the ledge and push off. I never just straight jumped.
Scott, I don't know about this.
Sometimes I would turn around and hang off and drop. Not Joe. He would just stand on the ledge and leap off onto grass.
Stand there like a superhero. Just, all right, just jump. Oh,
there was another thing. What was it? So Star Wars Episode 9 comes out Thursday.
At
Thursday night showings. I think they start doing it at like 7 now instead of making it midnight.
I don't know why it is.
And they do the same thing with like video game releases too. I don't know. I think it kind of kills it, but it's not my decision to make. So really want to go see that, but I work second shift. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're going back to second this week. I forgot.
Mm-hmm. Right when Star Wars comes out, go back to second shift.
Well, weekend showing for you.
Yeah. Well, if I can manage, I'll have the girls, so we'll see. But that would be nice. Or I could try to squeeze it in. I don't know how early they'll do a showing. Maybe Friday morning before going to work.
Oh, well, Friday, yeah. But
if they have like an 11 o'clock, I might be able to make that. And make it to work on. Maybe not. I gotta see how long the movie is.
It is 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Nope. If they got 10:30, I can do it 10:30.
Thursday, the first showing is at 6 p.m. And then the next one after that is 6:15. Another one after that is the 3D showing, which starts at 6:13. 6:30.
Is there an 11 o'clock?
What, on Thursday?
Yeah.
The 3D one.
Fuck.
Which will cost you quite a bit of money.
$15 freaking
for the ticket and glasses. But yeah, that's the latest that they got on Thursday.
The latest regular is what, 10:30?
Yep. For the standard.
I'm leaving early that day. Fuck that.
Then like the earliest they've got on Friday is 10 a.m.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. I might be able to do that one.
Lucky for you, because I'll be at freaking work at that time.
Yeah, but you can see it Thursday.
How? You realize how bad it's gonna be in the theater on Thursday at 6 p.m.
It's gonna be fine.
People are gonna be there like 3 hours ahead of time to wait in line.
Wars.
Exactly.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine for waiting 3 hours in line.
I'm gonna go see it Friday morning.
You better be prepared to get there early and wait.
I will.
Because it's gonna be a madhouse at the theater.
Maybe not Friday morning. I don't know how many people are crazy about getting up at. Well, and most people work first shift anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit lighter load than Thursday night.
True.
Helps me out not having to pay for 3D too. Oh,
you get that matinee.
Yes. So it'll be even cheaper than the regular one. Man, this is all working out in my favor.
Second shift for the win.
Yeah, I love second shift. No, I don't.
Yeah, see how long you say that after being back on it for a while.
I already hate it. I was on first for almost 2 months, I think. About 7 or 8 weeks I was on first.
And I'm pretty sure that you were enjoying that.
I was loving it. It seems crazy that it was that long. Thinking like 7 weeks.
Which is, I mean, the only good thing to me about second shift is you get to sleep in.
Yeah. I told
wake up late.
I told Bill, well, he was like, "You like second shift, don't you?" And I was like, "Nope." I'm not gonna lie to you, but no, I was like, it's not bad. Monday through Thursday, I can't stand being here until 10:30 on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that. I just, and he was like, "Well, you don't have to come back till 2 p.m. on Monday." And I was like, "Yeah, when everybody's like at work Monday morning, I feel like it takes away like half my weekend. It's a full night of my weekend because nobody does anything Sunday night." I don't have any friends anyway, so it probably works out.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how it does.
Yeah, this is gonna be the end of the Skywalker
saga.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense. I don't know what they're gonna do. I almost feel like it's gonna be a jumbled mess because I don't know. Like just coming off of the last one, I don't know. Like, how do you end it?
Well, so last I had heard is they're going to be tying everything together.
Yeah,
it makes me think of full circle.
It makes me think of like Spider-Man 3 when they threw like 4 villains into the same movie or whatever. It was awful.
I mean, I'm still curious if they'll bring back Anakin as like a Force ghost, kind of like they did with Obi-Wan and Yoda, but it'll be curious to see. Especially since they're bringing back Palpatine.
Yeah, I was going to say Palpatine's laugh.
His laugh. He's supposed to be... Because he's supposed to be back. Which, have you seen that that scene where Kylo comes face to face with Palpatine for the first time?
That thing is so delayed. No, I haven't watched like any trailers on it except for the one with Palpatine's laugh. I think that was the first one they released.
That is such a good trailer. And then yesterday Fortnite actually did a thing where they revealed another clip from Star Wars, and they actually had I forgot who else it was, but they also had J.J. Abrams there too, actually in game talking to everybody. I was watching Tim the Tatman's stream for that, and it was pretty awesome. They actually, because he made a comment saying, "How crazy is it? 2019. I'm watching a clip of a movie inside of a video game." But that was awesome. That was the whole reason I like watched that part of it.
I cannot remember. I know there was two things I wanted to say like right from the jump, and I cannot remember the second thing.
Was it about the Chili Peppers?
Yup, it sure was. I don't know if it came out today because Joe sent it to me. I'm assuming it was today. You're gonna check real quick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it without sources confirming. The Chili Peppers posted today. What's today's date? The 15th?
3 hours ago.
3 hours ago on December 15th, 2019, that they are parting ways with Josh Klinghoffer, who's been the guitarist for a decade, and reuniting with the man, the myth, the legend, the OG, John Frusciante.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's the best piece of music news that I've heard in such a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a nice pick-me-up from the sad news of Juice passing away last week.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
He's a rapper, John.
I know he's a rapper, but I mean...
I liked him. I mean, still do, I guess. But he's like 21 years old. He just turned 21.
I mean, it's
and
hard.
He passed away, I think last Sunday.
Did they say what the causes were?
Not that I read. I just heard about it like that day. That's the chair. I just heard about it like the day he passed away, and I haven't seen anything else about like the cause of death. But I know he was a drug user, so I'm hoping.
Oh wait,
that it wasn't anything related to that.
He wasn't the one that authorities were waiting for when his plane landed, was it? That he like downed OxyContin or something like that?
I have no idea.
To try to get rid of it, and he OD doing it.
I don't know.
It was somebody else that recently.
Would it cause you to have a seizure? Because that's what when I read, he had a seizure in an airport and died. But I mean, I wasn't, I didn't stand hard for him, but I liked his music. So rip. But also John Frusciante.
Oh,
back with the Chili Peppers. The OG, the original gangster.
Yeah, it was him. Like I was just saying, he suffered an unknown medical emergency shortly after landing at Chicago's Midway International Airport, and was later pronounced dead at a nearby hospital.
Tragic.
But yeah, I had heard something about that. But yeah, on the post, the Red Hot Chili Peppers announced that we are parting ways with our guitarist for the past 10 years, Josh Klinghoffer. Josh is a beautiful musician who we respect and love. We are deeply grateful for our time with him and countless gifts he shared with us. We also announced with great excitement and full hearts that John Frusciante is rejoining our group. Thank you. Which, in my personal opinion, I have loved the Chili Peppers far much more with John Frusciante on guitar.
Yeah,
and
it just
backing
feels
vocals.
better. I don't think that Klinghoffer was bad or anything like that. It just feels better with it being John.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels better. And when I was talking to Joe about it, I said, this means new album.
Oh yeah.
New tour. We got to go see him.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go see him, and then we're going to stream IRL.
All right. It might sound like crap. And Lost 4 were like way in the back. It'd have to be like a outside show. Or that might sound like utter crap.
I told Joe. I didn't hear it. I need oxygen. I told Joe that the closest place, as long as it's within like a day's drive. If I've got to go to, I don't know, Illinois or something, that's well within a day. That's only like a 10-hour, 11-hour drive, something like that. But if I've got to go there, fine.
It's like even New York.
If I got to go to Minnesota, Minnesota's the closest. Fine, I'm going.
I'd say like Midwest, like Texas maybe. It would be, I guess, what, a day's drive?
Texas would be like right, because I've driven to Texas before.
It's like a 24-hour drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Depending on what part of Texas.
We went to a Dallas game. I think it took us 23 hours to drive there. So that would be like right on the cusp, right on the limit. So if they're in Dallas, going. Yeah, that's the closest one. If they do like a West Coast thing, but then happen to play in Dallas, fine. I'm going.
2 for 1.
Yeah. That'd be great too. They do it on like a Saturday, then I stay for a game. Oh, God.
Well, I mean, a game on a Saturday ain't gonna really happen, but
no, a Sunday game. I stay. Yeah. Saturday night concert. But the season's almost over. So
I highly doubt they'll go to the Super Bowl, so
stop it. End this podcast right now. I'm going home. Go Cowboys.
Much love. My mom's a Cowboys fan, so
yeah.
I mean, my freaking team is a 7-7 record, so I mean,
who's your team again?
Tampa Bay.
They're 7-7.
Yeah.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that. That's good. 31-7 Dallas, and the Rams are about to punt. Oh my God!
All right, let's see. So, naturally, my team's already eliminated from the playoffs. Dallas is 6-7, so they actually, if they win this game, they'll be the same record as Tampa Bay, 7-7.
But their division is so bad that they can still make the playoffs.
I mean, that's why they're still in a hunt.
I love it.
Wild card so far is Minnesota, New Orleans, Seattle, and Philly. In the hunt is the Rams, Chicago, and Bears, which after this weekend, I'm guessing the Rams...
Aren't the Bears also 7-7?
Yep. Rams are 8-5.
Well, how is Tampa Bay 7-7?
Yeah, Tampa was 7-7.
Well, Chicago's also 7-7, aren't they?
Yep.
I don't get how Tampa Bay is eliminated.
Well,
with the same record the Bears have.
It says playoff picture. It says that they're eliminated. Week 16 is versus the Texans, which they'll probably lose if Watson does good. That's a 1 o'clock game, including the 29th is a 1 o'clock game versus the Falcons. So that'll be their last game. So I'm guessing they're eliminated because that's what it says. So we shall see.
I'd have to look into that just to find out how that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because with the same record, I don't understand how they don't have a shot.
Because the Rams are 8-5. I guess if they lose against,
which they will against Dallas. Hello.
Against Dallas, they'll be 8-6. So they'll still have a better record, but
it's the Bears thing that's confusing me.
Yeah, Chicago is 4. What is it? Yeah, games back 2.5 games back. Yeah, they're 7-7. Dallas is 6-7, so they'll be 7-7 if they win this weekend, which I kind of don't want them to.
Oh, they will.
You know, my fantasy league. Good God, they are Oh my God. Yeah, no, Elliot, I need you to back the hell off.
What does he got now?
In the fantasy league, he's got 25 points so far. McCaffrey got me 33 points.
Baby, feed him.
McCaffrey, and it's the third quarter, so freaking crap.
And with a 31-7 lead, John, all they're gonna do is run.
Yeah.
Well, it's Dallas, so they're pretty stupid. But
so I mean, that ought to give them an advantage to know, cover Elliott.
Yes.
If they're smart. I mean, that'd be like leaving Emmitt Smith open back in the day. You give that man an open window, he's gone.
It's a good day. This freaking chair, man.
Yeah, McCaffrey got me like 35.50 points.
Yeah, he went off.
Which I'm glad for. And freaking Jackson on Thursday did phenomenally well.
You're going to win. Like, there's no way. There's no way that you lose that matchup. Oh, gosh, this chair.
Because he got me 37.08 points on Thursday's game, which usually Thursday games suck. They won by 42-21 against the Jets. And my projected points for this week have dropped from what it was. So, hopefully, things hold steady. I own it because I kind of need this because this is the semifinal game matchups this week to decide who goes to the finals next week on who takes the win for it all. Of who places first and second next week. So, I can only hope. Because this is my first year doing Fantasy League, and if I could win the whole freaking thing, it would be crazy. And what am I going to? Wrong thing here. And oh my god. But from the looks of it now, if I win this weekend, it looks like I would be going up against Amir next week. Because he's already at 140 points. And, well, Zach is pretty much gone. Because he's way behind in points. So it pretty well looks like that Amir has solidified his place in the finals. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. And actually it's weird because people were saying at work that it would be weird. It would be something if it came down to me and Amir in the finals. Because both of us, this year is our first time doing Fantasy League. I chose my whole team. He auto-drafted it. Yeah. So it's like a genuine picked team versus a auto-drafted team. But like, yeah, that's crazy. Are you still in any of your leagues for
so
being in the finals?
Yeah, the one league that I'm in the playoffs, I'm gonna lose, but me and him are the two highest scoring teams. Like, there's nobody within like 45 points of me, and he's like 25 points ahead of me. So that's annoying. I played the only guy that could beat me this week, and he's gonna beat me. So then that'll put me out on all three of my leagues. Well, the league that I was second in points and didn't make the playoffs, for the first round of the playoffs, scored more points than anybody. I'm in like the consolation bracket, which doesn't count for anything. But I'm still setting my lineups because I know my team is good, and I'm pissed off at how I got screwed this season. I cannot believe second most points. How do you miss the playoffs with second most? Oh, so annoying. But anyway, so yeah, I scored 138 last week, and nobody even scored like 120. Like, I would have beaten anybody if I was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then let me check this week. That's the league I have McCaffrey in, so I know I got a pretty decent score at least. Yeah, this week in that league so far, let's see. I'm not currently the highest scoring. No, I won't be this week. But the one matchup is awful.
Well, this week should be...
Right now it is. He's still got people left to play.
This week should be your semifinal matchup too, isn't it? So you'd be playing next week to find out who makes third, wouldn't you? Between who you and whoever else loses this week, both of you should go up against each other next week to find out who gets third in the standings. If it works the same as ours does in the work league.
No, because third place can only go to somebody that's in the playoffs.
Oh.
And I didn't make the playoffs in that league. I was out by one game.
Well, that's better than the way it was with Nick, because he missed it by like less than a point to be able to go in that last game that he did
Yeah,
to determine who goes to the playoffs.
I feel his pain.
It's like Lacey he clinched that one to get the playoff spot, and Nick missed it by like less than a point against, I think he went up against Tim. So he was like, he was pissed.
My team would put up like 120 to 130 like every week. I had some weeks where I put up like 160, 170. Like my team was great. The last week of the season, I had to beat my cousin, who his team is not that good. But it was basically winner of that game gets the 6th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he beat me like 87 to 67. Like my team scored 60. It's the lowest output by far. I've never scored under 100. Well, like this year. And then last game of the season, I get 67 with Drew Brees and Christian McCaffrey and Mike Evans and all these like players. 67 points. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because I knew, I was like, I'm going to make the playoffs. Like my cousin's team's not that good. Like finally, like I'm going to make the playoffs and I'll be able to make a run because my team puts up points. Nope. Couldn't, man. I don't want to talk about it. My fantasy basketball team, though, let's talk about that. Because they're amazing.
Man. Yeah, I've never done fantasy basketball. But I don't really watch basketball either. I'll play basketball at the games, but I don't usually watch it.
I am about to be 6-2. Basketball goes just by the week, so it'll go from like Sunday, well, from like Monday's games to like Sunday night's games the following Sunday. And so like if you have a player that plays 3-4 times that week, you know, the points just accumulate for your entire team. You just gotta set your lineup like every single day.
Yeah.
I'm about to win. I started the season 0-2. But I made some moves, got some players. I'm about to win my 6th in a row.
Yeah.
And I am the highest scoring team in the league by like 100. Nope. By like 70-some points. I'm not first in the league. We got a guy that's about to go 7-1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about to be 6-2. But I have a lot more points scored than him, so my team's better than his. I just started slow.
Yeah. Like I'm 10-3 in my league. And I'm ahead in points by like 2, almost 300 points in the standings. So
yeah, this will be the like 3rd or 4th straight week in my basketball league that I outscored everybody else in the league. So it didn't matter who I would have played, I would have beaten anybody the last 3 or 4 weeks. My team is dominant.
Yeah. I should have switched one of my wide receivers because he's doing horrible and it's the 4th quarter with 6 minutes left and he only has 3 points and my other wide receiver just on the bench made 13, almost 14 points. So yeah.
So basketball's looking a lot better.
Yeah. But
I mean, my football team was really good too. I had the worst luck. The worst luck. I'd score 140 and my opponent would score 145. And he would never score 145 the rest of the season, but when he played me, he scored 145. And it happened like that to me so many times.
That's what I don't get because I've been
so frustrating.
Because I've been scoring 120, 130 points in a week matchup. I mean, the lowest I scored was like 80s, 90s when it was a really bad week. So,
my opponents the last 4 weeks of the season put up like one was like in 150 something, 130 something, 120 something, and then my cousin put up 87. And I lost 3 of those, and the 87 was one of the ones I lost. The one I won was against a dude that put up like 128 points or something, and I put up like 150. But like that's how my season ended. Just people going slam off. And I didn't lose by much. I was in every game, but that's just how my season was. Like they'd score a lot, I'd score a lot, but I just didn't score enough.
Yeah.
And that's how the entire season went. It was so frustrating. And then I looked over like my brother's season, like his schedule to finish his season, and he had like one person score over 100 against him. And it's like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like if I had that schedule, I'd have been first in the freaking league. Like everybody he played just did nothing. But he is first in the league. But yeah.
Yeah.
He's in a really, really close semifinals match this week. I think he's currently down by 3, but they both got players left.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was aggravating. I looked over at his schedule and I was like, yeah, I would have finished the season 3-1 if I had his schedule. I would have lost with the 67 points. It was bullshit. But I would have went 3-1, and I would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's aggravating. So aggravating.
But yeah. But did you hear about how apparently Ice Cube is to revive MTV's Celebrity Deathmatch claymation series?
I did not.
I thought that was funny, is like that he's gonna revive that show.
He does a lot of interesting projects. I think. I know he started, or he had a hand in starting the whole Big Three basketball league, which became pretty popular. I actually haven't heard much about it lately. I don't know what the deal is, but the first like 2 seasons of it, it seemed pretty popular. Just 3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah,
people loved it.
Yeah, and yeah, I used to watch a little bit of it back in the day, years ago. It was funny to watch.
It was very entertaining.
But
watching like celebrities get chainsawed
in a boxing match.
Yeah.
Did you ever watched the Ace Ventura movies, didn't you?
Oh,
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I've seen them, but I haven't seen them in a while, and I've probably only seen them once or twice.
Apparently, there's rumors that possibly the creators of the Ace Ventura movies are ready to do a third one if Jim Carrey is in for it, because they've I guess thrown the idea out to him and they're just waiting to hear back from him, because obviously they're not going to do it without Jim Carrey, because it wouldn't stick without him being Ace Ventura.
I'd like to see him in something like that again.
Yeah, like
because I mean, I don't know. I guess he's become like spiritually woke.
Well,
and he says a bunch of interesting things now.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, which is fine, but the problem is he doesn't really do those characters anymore. Like in movies, he had a TV show on Showtime, and it was so weird. It was just, I don't know, it was serious and it was dark. I don't remember what it was called, but I don't even know if it's still playing or not. It only came out like maybe 2 years ago, the first season. But it was just, I don't know, it was just different.
He's done some serious roles in movies too.
Yeah, and I don't know, some of them are all right. What was the number 23 or something? Wasn't that one?
Something like that. Yeah,
that movie was all right. But I want the goofy Jim Carrey back.
Yeah,
I really see that.
And
if I hide behind my mic every time I yawn, you might not even know.
You might hear it though. But
I'm a silent yawner.
But I mean, he is going to be in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie this upcoming year.
Yeah, Robotnik.
Yep. The old man himself.
And that seems, I mean, from the previews, it seems like he's kind of play that role decently, at least. I don't know what to make of that movie. I'm gonna go see it, but I don't know what to make of it. Well, maybe not go see it, but like it'll be like one of the Redbox ones. That's how I classify movies. Like if I'm excited about it, I really want to see it, like Star Wars, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go to theaters and see it. If it's something that's like, I can wait, then I call it a Redbox movie.
Yeah.
Is that a theater movie or a Redbox movie? Sonic is a Redbox movie.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a theater movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't need the theater experience for Sonic. I don't think it's gonna help it enough.
Not really.
But I do want to see it.
But the Morgan Creek Entertainment, who produced the series for the Ace Ventura movies, had said apparently if Jim Carrey is in, we're in. We'll take him any way we can get him. This is a chance to honor the nostalgia of the original films, plus also introduce a whole new audience to the franchise. So, if he did a third Ace Ventura, I'd see that going over a lot more than Sonic would.
Yeah, that might be all right. Sometimes when they do stuff like that, it doesn't work out. But
yeah,
I mean, for me, I'd be really interested in it because I just, like I said, I just want to see him do those roles again, or just that kind of character, just that real goofy, kind of obnoxious,
but hilarious.
Yeah, I like those.
I mean, those were his roots. I mean,
Yeah,
back in the day.
just the real like exaggerated, animated personalities and stuff, like with the mask and with Ace Ventura, and I mean even in like Liar Liar, like there was some serious stuff in that movie, serious parts. But when he was doing the whole lying thing, the goddamn pen is blow.
And Dumb and Dumber. Wait,
yeah, Dumb and Dumber is great. I can't believe I didn't think about that one.
And
that's well, that and Liar Liar I think are probably
Me, Myself, and Irene.
That was a good one too.
What the hell are you doing here?
That massive boner he had. That's just burned into my brain. I think they're riding in the car, and she looks down at his pants, and like his dick is all the way to his knees. Because I was like 10 or something when I first saw that movie, and I was like, whoa.
I mean, one of my favorite parts was the convertible scene where him and Hank, his whole other side, were fighting each other, and he threw himself out the car. He come running back up, just and threw himself onto the car to get back in. He looked in the mirror. It's like, what the hell are you doing here? That was funny, just seeing him fight himself, and he kind of did the same thing in Liar Liar at one scene, didn't he? Where he like
he went to
dumped
the
his head in the sink and like beat the crap out of himself, and came
he,
back,
banged his head against a hand dryer thing or whatever.
I can't tell a lie.
Guy comes in and stares at him, and he goes, "I'm whipping my ass. Do you mind?"
Those were the classic Jim Carreys.
Yeah, that's good, Jim Carrey. I want that Jim Carrey back.
Yeah. Did you see any of the game awards?
No.
It's supposedly that the game of the year went to Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. Was a game that got game of the year this year. I think last year was.
That's a game that I would never play.
Why?
I have no interest in playing.
Why? Too Dark Souls for you? Difficult?
Yeah, I'm not into those. I mean, like what was the Nero, like the Japanese samurai one? Dark Souls, the Bloodborne. That's just not my thing.
Yeah. Did you ever play the Resident Evil 2 remake?
No, not the remake. I played the original.
That's such a good game.
Yeah.
Because they have announced the Resident Evil 3 remake now.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah. That looks good. The second one was good too.
Didn't they already remake 4? Like a handful, several years ago? Or no, or is that a lie?
Not remake it, but
they just kind of ported it?
I guess. I mean, they made the 4th one, but they want a remake, as far as I remember.
Because that's my favorite.
But, the dog running around. But, did you ever play the Hellblade game? The first one? Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice?
No, when you're in a boat.
Well, you start in a boat. You're not always on a boat.
That's the only part of the game I've seen, I think.
That was a very beginning of the game.
Yeah, I think I might have been at Joe's watching him play it or something. I don't know, or maybe I watched a walkthrough, or a playthrough.
That is such a great game and graphically gorgeous. And they have announced Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga, which that has I can show you like after the podcast.
That might be one that I go back and try to play if I can find it cheap enough, because I've heard a lot of good stuff about that game.
Such a good game.
I bought Days Gone Black Friday, but I'm waiting to beat other stuff. Well, I'm probably going to play it because I feel like Days Gone is not going to hold up as well as God of War.
Do God of War first.
Spider-Man, no. It's going to take me way too long.
Huh? No, well, you're talking open world for essentially God of War, open world for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Days Gone is open world.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest doing the other ones before Days Gone, because Days Gone is like, I guess you'd say, bigger, and you can legitimately do like other open world games like Grand Theft Auto and stuff, and just basically bullshit around and drive around if you've got the gas for it in that game. Because God of War is essentially, when you're wandering, you're on a specific reason for going through there. And well, Spider-Man's kind of like Days Gone, so you can just basically BS around and just swing around the city and do nothing if you really want to.
Right, but my thinking is I feel like those games are going to hold up better than Days Gone, especially God of War. I don't know necessarily if Spider-Man will, but I feel like I can go and play God of War even several months from now, and it's still going to be amazing. It's still going to look amazing.
It will.
I'm not as confident in Spider-Man, but I am more confident in Spider-Man holding up than I am Days Gone. So that's why I'm going to just do Days Gone first, because I kind of want to get to it before it gets past its time.
I still need to finish.
And as long as it takes me.
I mean, I still need to finish playing through Days Gone, because there's so many other stuff came out that I kind of just fell off because I got too into other games and need to go back and finish that.
And I might start it sooner than I want, or sooner than I had planned, because Star Wars is pissing me off.
Because I need to continue through Star Wars. Because obviously I got Modern Warfare, so I got sucked into that game and been playing a lot of that. And I was originally bouncing back and forth, especially after I finished the campaign, the Modern Warfare, bouncing back and forth between that and the Star Wars game. Because of the whole multiplayer aspect of Modern Warfare, it kind of sucks you in.
Yeah, I'm really missing that since moving. So I don't have internet yet, so I'm not great at Call of Duty.
I'm trying to get
by
better.
any means, but I do really enjoy playing it. Like, I basically just go for like the cool kills. Like, I don't care about my KD or whatever. To some extent, I do, because like all of the people I play with care about it, and I don't want to be the laughing stock. But for the most part, I don't care about it. I like going in. Like, some matches, I'll be like, I'm only going to try like no scope sniper kills or something like that. I'll just run around with a sniper and try to get no scope sniper kills, and I'll finish like 4 and 21. But that's fine because I got 4 no scope sniper kills. I'll go around throwing knives, and that's all I'll do the entire match is throw knives.
Yeah.
But I like doing stuff like that just to make it more interesting. But to me, I have a blast playing it because I don't care. And I mean, the people I play with, they're all like serious about it. Like, gotta get my KD up. No, I don't give a shit.
But did you hear about the new Xbox that had been announced?
Yeah. That was announced like months ago.
I'm not talking about Scarlet. I'm talking about what was just days ago announced.
Oh.
The Xbox Series X to release holiday 2020. That was revealed at the Game Awards show, along with the specs about the console, which will also obviously have backwards compatibility. And the game that they revealed on its game engine running from it was Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga. They showed a trailer for when they revealed the Xbox Series X. because that's gonna have 4K 60 FPS up to 120 FPS with variable frame rates, 8K compatibility, hardware accelerated with ray tracing, 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X, VRS technology, next gen SSD, and faster load time.
Why are they doing that?
It's gonna be basically like a miniature computer.
Wait, when's it coming out?
Holiday 2020.
So isn't that Scarlet?
I don't know if they're still doing one called Scarlet. But
Well,
was
no,
like
that's the project
code.
name. Yeah, it's the same thing they did. They went Scorpio with Xbox One, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's okay. I thought you were talking about them releasing something soon and it not being, but that's the next gen console.
That'll be holiday 2020. Because I'm still waiting to find out about PS5. Because they haven't really shown or made an announcement in any type of convention revealing their newest next gen.
You got anything else to go over?
But the man himself from Xbox said the name Xbox is an expression of our deep history in gaming, our team's unrelenting passion, and our commitment to both our fans and the future of gaming at Microsoft. It also signifies our belief that gaming consoles should be for just that, gaming. But two other things I have before moving into John Wick 3, which would be the main topic, is I don't know, I'm sure you probably heard, but John Wick 4 and The Matrix 4 have been announced. They will be revealed the same day, May 21st, 2021. Huh?
I'm sorry I ruined that.
May 21st, 2021, the same day. Keanu is going to go against Keanu. Keanu, whatever you want to pronounce it.
The right way. Keanu. Motherfucker. Mama. Oh my god.
But he'll be competing with himself at the box office, which will be something of...
That is interesting.
To see which one will be a bigger turnout between The Matrix 4 and John Wick 4.
Oh, man. Okay, so...
That's a movie day right there. Go from one movie to another movie.
So, if you could only watch one so you watch one, you can't watch the other one for 2 months. Which one are you seeing first? Mine's easy. It's easy. It's not even close. Go for
Matrix.
It. Exactly. If you chose John Wick, I'm gonna leave soon anyway, but I was gonna leave. But yeah, like I'm so excited about another Matrix. So excited.
I am too, and the fact that he's gonna be in it too, as Neo. And
a lot of the originals.
Carrie-Anne Moss has come back as Trinity. I'm sure they'll have Lawrence Fishburne.
Absolutely, he was in the last
first three.
And then the John Wick.
Oh yeah.
Or was he in the second one? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when they introduced him. Yep.
And then apparently Lucasfilms wants Keanu in the Knights of the Old Republic movie that they're going to be doing.
What?
Yeah. Apparently they want him in the Knights of the Old Republic. I didn't realize that there was going to be a movie.
Me either. But just now.
But that's going to be awesome if it does. If it does go all the way and be produced and released, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm now stoked about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you told me this or somebody else, but how they're doing like the kind of, they'll do the Star Wars, like the episodes, and then the year in between it, they'll do like the whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. Kind of like a spinoff type movie.
Kind of in between.
Yeah, and somebody told me that they were doing Yoda for next year's movie. Have you heard anything about that?
No.
Me either. The only thing I've heard is them telling me that, but I haven't even looked it up. But I was like, man, that'd be cool. I'd like to see something that follows Yoda for 900 years. I would be fine with just having like a trilogy of Yoda. Let's do that to cover his 900 years of life.
Well, I think.
And let's redo the fight with Count Dooku, because I love that fight. I went back and watched it yesterday. Yeah. And man, the CGI is awful. Just because the movie came out in like 2002 or something, but
I mean, the CGI was much worse back in the 4, 5, and 6. So
yeah, well, he was a puppet. And we didn't see him fight in the original trilogy. I think the only time you see him fight is in
2 and 3.
Yeah, in the
2 and 3. Count Dooku was episode 2, and Palpatine when he fought him when they found out about his true identity, the Chancellor. When they found out he was Emperor Palpatine, with the old Yoda and Palpatine fight where friggin' Palpatine just kind of pulled his lightsaber out of his sleeve and started fighting.
The one thing I loved that I either forgot or didn't notice because I hadn't seen episode 2 in so long, but so he walks in and he kind of drops his cane. This is Yoda when he's about to fight Dooku, and then he like pulls his lightsaber out or uses the Force or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the other side he just opens his coat and
and then just sucks it on over. But then like so he fights and it's epic. He's doing like flips off the wall. There's just crazy like acrobatics, and then when the fight is over, he picks his cane back up. Then he just shimmies over to Obi-Wan, and Anakin's arm is freshly cut off, and he's just... And I'm like, come on, man. You were just flipping off the wall. Don't give me this shit.
Cover up. No, that blew my mind the first time.
We've all seen what you can really do. Drop the cane. Nobody's falling for that.
Use the Force. But, no, that blew my mind when I saw that movie back when it was released. I'm just like, what? Why do you have a cane? You clearly don't need it.
Yeah, he's fine without it. I don't know why he carries on that charade. I
mean, unless you do like one of the Master Jedis from the Clone Wars, where he walked around the cane, but his cane he could like open up and it'd be the lightsaber he would pull out because it's like a lightsaber was made into his cane.
I've seen swords like that.
Oh yeah,
like in
I have to.
I'll have to get one of those when I'm older.
When I'm older,
some punk ass kids try to steal my wallet. I don't know.
What?
Oh no! Oh, back the fuck up!
Not today. Not today. You done chose the wrong old man. Sure. Oh yeah. Did you ever beat Red Dead 2? No.
Of course not. Come on.
Who's got time for a 60-hour plus campaign?
Who are you talking to?
I did, but yeah, Joe did it multiple times.
Yeah, man.
Except for I was doing it on stream.
It's like, Joe, can you ever hang out? No. Too busy beating the same game for the 14th time. All right. It's good. But yeah. All right. We got to wrap up. I got to go get my girls.
John Wick 3.
Yeah, we suck.
What?
It's going to have to wait.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's after 7. I told her I'd try to be back like no later than 7:30. To get the girls.
Well, where's my freaking phone?
It's hard, man. We keep building the anticipation for John Wick 3, and then,
go back to my notepad.
We're actually going to talk about it.
And unmark that from.
Oh, also, I talked to Dion, and he was like, "Just hit me up. I'm down to come whenever."
Oh.
So,
for like any episode, like any topic, or
yeah, I guess. I mean,
boy,
if we kind of get an idea of what we're going to talk about, then and I'll kind of tell him like if you see any news related to stuff we talk about, then jot it down.
Pretty much anything. Music,
do the shit that I don't do.
Music, movies, games.
Yeah, you could. I mean, he can bring news and talk about
sports.
Yeah. He's a big Cowboy fan too, so.
Oh, I know.
We'll talk about that for 45 minutes.
Just be over here. Cowboys suck. They don't need to go to the Super Bowl. Everybody,
now
make a stand.
Kicking nothing but field goals, so this is great. Oh my gosh.
Cowboys, I'm gonna need you to bad today. Stop doing so good.
They are winning by 30 points right now.
Elliot, I'm gonna need you to back off, Elliot. Ooh, I have 142.98 points
yeah, dude,
now.
You're golden. That dude's not gonna get anywhere near you.
Good. I hope not.
He's not. There's no way. Like, you're kicking ass.
Because legitimately now, this is what matters. Because if you lose, you're out.
Yeah, you're done.
Then you're just playing the next week for who gets, this week will be a third. Whoever loses this week, you're playing for whoever gets third place. Then next week, it'll be whoever wins gets first and whoever loses gets second. And then that's that.
I'm playing for that consolation bracket. 7th place. I want to figure something out because, one thing that benefited my brother is he got to play the 2 worst teams in the league twice. He played both of them twice, and they are awful. Mm-hmm. Both of them have 1 win each. They're awful. One of them is Dion's team. But
your team.
What happened?
I said your team. You said Dion's team.
No, one of the 2 worst teams in the league is Dion's team because I just mentioned Dion. But
yeah, but you and Dion like the same team, so.
No, the fantasy football, the fantasy team.
Oh,
not the Cowboys.
What is Dion in your fantasy league?
Yeah, but it was his team sucks, but he couldn't make it to the draft, so we kind of did like a
auto draft essentially.
Well, I would basically call him every time, and I would send him pictures of the draft board so he'd know who got picked. It was just difficult. I don't blame him for not being able to really draft too well. It's a lot easier when you can make it. But my brother got to play those 2 teams twice. I got to play them once. So it was 4 easy wins for my brother, and I didn't get the same benefit. So I want to figure something out with that. If I can get a 12-team league, I'll make it an 11-week season. Nah, I can't do that. The bye weeks won't be over yet. That sucks.
Do y'all have a lot of the same people that's in it every year for the fantasy league?
Maybe about half of them are the same. The other half we try to fill out.
I was like, because I'll be in for it next year.
Yeah. I can let you know about it next year.
Because I'm definitely...
If I even do my own league again. I'm so pissed the way this year went. I'm so tired of spending money in this and just getting fucked.
Ugh. I thought the only thing you spent money in as far as fantasy went was DraftKings.
No, I'm in two money leagues too. Neither of which I made the playoffs.
Well, I guess...
Because I got screwed.
What, y'all put the money up front?
Yeah. When you come in and do the draft, you pay they're called league dues or league fees. You just pay. It was $20 for each league. So not crazy money, but.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is for our work league.
Yeah. And then the league that my team, well, I'm going to lose in the playoffs, but I've got arguably the first or second best team in that league. No worse than the second best team, but I'm just playing the guy that arguably has the best team.
Mm-hmm.
It's me or him. That's it. There's nobody else that's that can beat us. But they did theirs by division, so that's why I'm playing him, because we're in the same division. If they did it just by overall record, which is how you should do them, because doing it by division is awful. But if you do it by overall record, I wouldn't be playing him until next week, because I would have beat the shit out of either of the other 2 people. It's only 4 teams make the playoffs in that league.
Yeah.
But yeah. They do it by division, so I got stuck playing him, and we split the season 1-1 when we played each other. But yeah, and he beat me the first week. I think this week I'm going to beat him this week, but I'm just not going to get enough to close that gap.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I didn't notice that last week was the first round of the playoffs in that league. I thought it was the last week of the regular season, so didn't care about my lineup. Still scored 125 points, just let the same people in, but there were definitely changes. I had a halfback get 0 because he didn't play. I definitely would have made changes. No, that might be another league. No, I think it was that one. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, wow, is it not going to let me see? Yeah. Are you freaking serious? All right, last week was a bad week for my team. Luckily, I was on a bye week because I scored less than 100 points, I think it was. It was like 99 points I scored last week. Yeah. It was freaking horrible. So, luckily, I was on a bye week. Otherwise, I'd be out. Unless I played somebody that just really wasn't doing well. But yeah. But Amir has been pure luck with his auto draft team this year. That's what's kind of pissed a lot of people off in our league.
Yeah.
Because his is auto drafted and he's made it this far.
Did he make like any trades or anything during the season?
A few here and there, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was
I
still the
pretty
fact of he let it auto draft his team, and he was there in the break room on lunch when we all did the draft,
Are you
the live
serious?
draft. Yeah,
And he let it auto draft?
yeah.
Why? Because he didn't feel
Apparent-
like he knew what he was doing.
Apparently, he didn't know what he was doing, and apparently, it was so many excuses. So it was just like a lot of it was just BS. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
He's an awful person.
This was my first time doing it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was going based off of the statistics and projected points and all that, looking at the ranks and everything else, and going off of gut instincts just purely. I didn't have a full 100% clue what I was doing, but I did mock drafts here and there beforehand to kind of get a feel for it, and put people in your queue so that when you could go back to it and just like, all right, when it's your go, and just click the person you want if they're still there. So I mean, I don't know.
I would have been much better off in my buddy's league. That's the league. Right when the draft was over, I was like, this year's gonna suck. Like, I hate my team. I drafted terribly. I don't know what I was thinking during the draft. But right when I saw everything at the end, I was like, this is gonna be a long year. And it was. I finished last. I don't know where my head was at in that draft, but
it sounds like you were like Vinny, because like the day after we left the break room when we did the live draft, he was like, "Hey, what you want for this person?" It's like we just made the teams. Why you want to trade already?
I went. I don't remember what I did, but I know I went with a different strategy than what I normally use. Because I was like, I mean, screw it. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm in 2 leagues, or 2 money leagues. So I was like, I'll switch it up. I'll see what happens. It did not work out.
I mean, some people go.
I think I went like tight end really early to get like one of the top guys. I got Kelsey, and it just didn't pan out. I could have gotten so many receivers that would have done better for me, or running back. But yeah, I just tried a different strat. Didn't work, and paid the price. I went like 2-10.
Yeah.
But those 2 people I beat, I bet they're pretty embarrassed.
Yeah, and I mean, it's crazy. And if Antonio Brown comes back, I'm gonna need you to not screw up next year, because I had him at the beginning of this year, and yeah, we all know what happened there. So I lost to one of my best wide receivers because of it.
That's something else I want to do, is a dynasty league, where you keep the same players like year to year.
Oh, I would keep the same team I've got this year.
There's like rules to it. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But like, or even like a keeper league, which is something where you just decide. I don't know if there's a certain number you can keep or what, but like if you keep the dude you drafted in the 3rd round, then you forfeit your 3rd round draft pick the following year.
Yeah,
like that's how it works. Again, I don't know if I think there's a limit, like you can only keep 4 or something. I don't know. I might be totally wrong about that. That just seems familiar. But I want to do a dynasty league where you draft a team year 1 and you have that same team every single year. And maybe there's some kind of rookie draft that you do. I don't know, just to get the rookies in there. But then you just make trades, and it's almost like running a franchise. It's just year by year, you're trying to build your team, make them better, go through the season, do whatever you need to do. I want to do that so bad.
Franchises. I need to play some more Madden. I ain't played that in forever.
Yeah.
That made me think of that.
Did you get it on Xbox or
Xbox?
Oh yeah, you downloaded it, didn't you?
Digital copy of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like it was a crazy deal on it, so I was like, all right.
I almost bought Madden on Black Friday just because I wanted to do franchises.
Do you have 20?
No.
Oh.
I haven't bought one since 8. I didn't buy 19.
I hadn't bought one in years until 20, so I was like, why not?
I was the type that bought them every year, and then I kind of went to every other year. I bought 18, didn't buy 19, but now I might buy 20. I don't know. But
it's fun. I don't think you and I have played that yet, together.
I just like it makes sense because that's where the community's at. Like I'm gonna preface that. But they're just everything's going to like Madden Ultimate Team. That's where they're spending all their time. or the majority of their time and resources and making the game is towards the Madden Ultimate Team, which is online. I don't do that. I just mess around with like Dynasty mode or franchise mode or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I do. But it's been kind of a downer because everything's focused on Ultimate Team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of the same. It's the same thing like every single year. Maybe like a little tweak here and there, but it's pretty much the same game. You just get the rookies.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick with the same game for 2 or 3 years before buying a new one.
Yeah. But are you available next weekend for the podcast?
If I could find a sitter.
I thought you had.
No, I didn't have them. I have them every Sunday, but not like every weekend.
I thought you didn't have them like every weekend.
No, I have them every other weekend, but every
So-
Sunday.
Did you have them? Oh wait, you didn't have them this weekend,
No,
did you?
no.
You just have today. Yeah, because you were busy yesterday.
Yeah, when it's her weekend, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. When it's because she gets them every Thursday, I get them every Sunday. So when it's my weekend, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that's how the schedule works.
So you'll have them from Friday to Sunday next week.
Yeah, she'll have them. Yeah, she'll have them Thursday, and then I'll get them Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I was wondering because next week is like the week before Christmas. That's why I'm asking. We really need to do John Wick 3 before Christmas.
Yeah, I do. What is it? I'll do shibbity-bop-bop.
And then we could start the Star Wars stuff like we were on. Talk to Dion about getting him on too.
I know Christmas Eve I have them. So they wake up with me Christmas morning. So
Oh, that's good.
that's gonna be dope as fuck.
Especially in the new townhouse.
Yeah. Even though I've already given them
Half all the stuff,
all their
probably.
gifts. They're gonna have this big, well, relatively big compared to their size.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little playhouse thing. It's got a slide. I mean, it's a small little plastic one.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom was like, "You can set it up in their room while it's cold outside." And I was like, "I don't know if there's gonna be enough room in the room." I want to get them an indoor trampoline.
Oh.
They make it's almost like an exercise trampoline type, you know, maybe a little bit smaller than those even. But they make them with the nets around it so they can't fall off and die. And then they also make it with you can get like a handle bar thing that kind of goes on the sides and it's like a U-shaped bend or whatever, and they can just hold on to it and jump.
Yeah.
I want to get them one of those so bad, but they're like $100 and some odd. And I'm like, ugh. I don't love my kids that much. I don't love them enough to not pay the light bill.
Yeah.
Jump in the dark, sweetie.
Take a risk.
Grab the
My
handlebar.
My childhood was full of risks. Your turn.
We jumped on the trampoline at night all the time.
I fell through your freaking trampoline one time because the spring was broken. Jumping all of a sudden, it's straight through the hole on the side. Landed underneath the trampoline. Yeah, I'm good.
My head went between two springs at Travis and Jason's one time, and then the trampoline mat had a hole in it, and it was like 4 of us jumping on it.
Yeah.
And then it just gave way, and all 4 of us went straight through the middle of the mat and onto the ground. That did not feel good.
And then, like we talked about in the beginning of the podcast, you throw Joe into the mix. He jumped off a shed onto the trampoline. So
Yeah, that I would actually do.
Yeah.
Because I was landing on a trampoline. I couldn't jump off and land in grass. Although I did used to jump off the trampoline, do a 180 front flip, and land on the grass. That was my key move. That's how I got all the women. I'm like, hey girl, check this out. Because my voice hadn't deepened yet. My balls hadn't dropped. John.
Atreus. But no, yeah. I think I did it too as a child. Jumping off a shed onto the trampoline. I wouldn't do it the whole Joe aspect of stuff, but yeah. I wouldn't go that extreme. And got into doing flips on it and stuff. I used to do backflips off of swings when I was a kid. Go
too.
way up and just do a backflip
Just
out
roll
of it.
off the backside of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Land on your feet, swing, come back, hit you in the face. It was beautiful.
And then I got into like when you get up as high as you could and just jump out and just like spin too. Like I did all sorts of stupid stuff as a kid.
I was so much more daring as a child.
I was a lot into extreme sports too, so
yeah,
I wasn't afraid.
That's what worries me about like having kids. Is like, man, when you're a kid, you're just so reckless. Like you don't give a fuck.
Not a care in the world.
And like, so when I was a kid, like it was whatever. But now it like scares the shit out of me. Like, man, my daughters are gonna be like jumping off the banister.
Now they get to
I don't
put
want that.
now they get to put you through what you put your parents through.
Yeah. They'll be out slitting tires before I know it.
Sneaking out the house.
Awful. Yep.
You're grounded. Okay.
Hopping on their little Haro BMX bike.
Oh, I used to love the BMX bikes.
I used to love my Haro. I was so upset when I broke that thing.
Well, that was like one of the best bikes, BMX bikes too. To get, I always wanted one, but yeah, wasn't able to get one.
It was my only Christmas gift one year.
I can imagine they weren't cheap.
It was a $350 bicycle. It was the only Christmas gift I got, and I was like, I'm cool with it. And then I had a skateboard that was like a $200 and some odd board. I got everything. Like I ordered everything: the trucks, bearings, wheels, everything. Like what I wanted, even like the grip tape and obviously the deck. I'll just name everything. And then I got like a pair of shoes, and then a hoodie, like an Element hoodie, and that was all I got for like another one of my Christmases. Like a $200 some odd board, and then like a $50 hoodie and a $60 pair of shoes. I don't know.
I think skate shoes weren't cheap. They still aren't cheap, but yeah.
No. I used to love those shoes too. They were dope.
I do too.
As fuck.
I still get them when I can.
They're comfortable. They're so padded.
Oh yeah.
It's like wearing slippers with laces.
I used to wear a lot of Vans and Airwalks and stuff like that.
All right.
But I mean, if you're able to, next weekend we can shoot for it. One of the either Saturday or Sunday.
What is my phone doing to me?
I don't know. I don't know how much you charged it, but
we got up to like 70%.
It was fast charging then.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll have to let you know.
Or if anything, you know, it's well,
it's always a play it by ear thing.
That's why our schedule is so like spread out when it comes to the podcast. I think my wife works next weekend, so well, if she's able to, she'd be available after like 3. So she usually works till like 3 or so, 2, 3 when she has to work on the weekends. We could see it with her too.
It would have been great to do this yesterday, because my nephew's basketball team, they didn't suck, but they lost every game.
Yeah,
they played 3 games. They were in all 3 games. They just lost all 3 of them. They lost one by 1 point, one by 4, and the other lost by like 10. But it was close for most of the game. Then the other team pulled away. But go to a tournament, they lose 3 games in a row. They don't win a game. Then they're out of the tournament, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Could have just stayed at home.
Yeah. But at that point, you're just there for the support, so.
Yeah. He didn't even look interested. It was so annoying. He's on the court just like, because he's the point guard, so like he's dribbling the ball up the court, and he just looks like he would rather be anywhere else in the world. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're currently up by 3 points. Relax, man. Jeez, act like you care. The first 2 games, he didn't shoot ever. Not a single shot. And then he made 2 3-pointers in the 3rd game. But I told him, I was like, what are you doing? Like, pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like shooting. I like to pass. But you're a good shooter, so can shoot.
Yeah.
There's like 3 people on your team that score. It's not enough offense. Shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah. I told her I'd be there by 7:30. It's 7:28. Definitely not going to make that.
But yeah, I mean, we can see about that, and I mean, you see my new house now, so I mean, space ain't an issue, parking's not an issue, so car would be an issue for you, right now because those issues. Babysitter would probably be not as big of an issue as probably a car issue.
I think I've got my dad's truck until we figure out something with my Trailblazer.
I say, or if anything, you know,
Which should be sometime this week.
yeah.
So, and then I'm immediately going to post it for sale. I'm so tired of dealing with that fucking thing.
I've been there. I know all too well. Trust me.
And I was looking at vehicles. I saw like a 04 Honda Accord. Only had like 130,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't terrible for a 15-year-old car. It's not terrible at all.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I emailed them. That was the only way I was on Craigslist. The only way I contacted them was email. So I emailed them and I haven't heard back. They posted it 5 days ago. I'd be hard pressed to believe that it's still available because I think it looked like it's in really good condition. Only 130,000 miles. Man, and it was like 3,800. I was like, yeah, I can do that. What I can't do is like ever go to a dealership at the present moment. Yeah, give me that like $15,000 car. I can't
run it through the banks.
Yeah.
Have a $7,000 deposit.
They'll see my credit score. Get the fuck out of here. Literally leave right now. How dare you apply for a loan?
Well, I mean, if they do, especially if you went to like Sheila Motor Mile, it'd be like, oh, a $15,000 car. Yeah, we could do it. It'd be about this bank said it'd be an $8,000 deposit. Yeah. I'm paying pretty much 3/4 of the car.
With your credit, you got to give us $5,000 up front.
Like
if I had $5,000, I would just buy a car outright.
Yeah. But
yeah. So we'll just let you know about that. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, but you want to know this? Well, I can't speak words. You want to let everybody know where they can find you? Let me clear my throat.
I am Infamous Wannabe on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Yep. So the letter N, word famous, and then ONEUHB as in boy, bitch. And yes, that's where you can find me.
And I am Musician Gamer 76 on all of the things: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube,
yeah.
All of the above. You can find me. And I am a part-time variety streamer on Twitch, so feel free to drop by. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then obviously we stream the podcast and record it live on stream. I don't think we've ever recorded just the podcast like off stream, just for the sake of in case anybody ever wants to jump in on the conversations, which we've had before. It's a lot of fun.
If we could stay more regular, I think we'd get that back. But
consistency.
It's been hard to do that.
Yeah, I'm getting back into it after moving into a new house, so it just takes time. But
I'm still number one on the bits.
Yeah.
Suck at Moon Rage. I told her the same thing last time.
Good gosh. But we will
suck at Biscuit.
We will try to be back next weekend if it's able to. If not, it'd probably be the weekend after, which would be after Christmas.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. But that's actually a fair point. If we don't see you guys, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and
actually, we don't ever see you. You see us.
Unless you stop by when we're live on recording this live. But yeah, our I will post the links down in the description below. I will be posting this on YouTube. It'll be on the Try Hard Entertainment Podcast YouTube channel and my own for Musician Gamer 76. And it will eventually go here as well on Twitch. So any format that you all want to watch or listen to it on, you'll have plenty of options. But shortly after we end this podcast and stream, I will try to get it started on the upload, and I will let everybody know on Twitter, and we'll share it around for anybody who may have missed the stream that wants to check it out after the fact. But thank you all for checking out the stream. If you enjoyed it and you're watching it afterwards on Twitter, on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and enable notifications so you know the next time the next video goes live. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you all. Goodbye.